I'm just gonna put this out there, all right? And it's okay because I'm also 5'9". I think Russell is just showing you that he's got something we want to call 5'9" syndrome. All right. And really what it is he just has a chip on his shoulder, right? And that chip allows him to get the best insoles. It allows him to get, extra socks in his cleats, and it makes him want to be 5'11", all right? And really with 5'9" syndrome, I can really see Russell Wilson having this. And I think really this might be a tough analogy for our Buccaneer listeners, but Russell Wilson is the Jameis Winston of the NFL off-field, all right? And in the same way where, look, Jameis, he's going to give you 30 picks and he's going to give you 30 touchdowns. I think that's the thing about off-season Russ. You can't get a hold of him as a teammate, but you can see him on Subway commercials, right? So really, that's what you get. I think there's something about 5'9" Russ. This is it. I just think he does what he wants to do, and you're right. I think we've seen this in other sports. We've seen the Oklahoma City Thunder with another Russ cater to him and do everything and anything he wanted. Yeah, I'm seeing that here. I think this is just who he is.
And Goggin, you're kind of sending me back into my thoughts here, making me think of that OKC team with Russell Westbrook. But Goggin, I got to ask you, in terms of this Russell Wilson syndrome, right? This, trying
it's
to
not
almost
Russell Wilson
overcompensate.
syndrome. It's 5'9" syndrome. All right.
All right. 5'9" syndrome. I just don't want to offend anyone out there that is 5'9". I think that's an incredibly tall height. But look,
it's the right height according to Toyota Camrys and all these vehicles, right? That make their seats according to average height.
Well, Goggin, I love it. I got to say this, though. This has kind of made me think about Russell Wilson's entire image inside the NFL, right? And it's funny that he lasted till the 5th round. It's funny that he wasn't wanted by his first college team and had to try
to
lasted
until the 3rd round? The 3rd round.
Yes, I'm sorry. So I guess my thought process here is, if you're looking at it from that perspective, maybe it's always been a Russell Wilson issue and not a, wow, these teams missed out on this. Maybe it was always a Russell Wilson has an issue, and it's himself. And it actually makes sense now in perspective when you're piecing this together, that his teammates have never really went to bat for him. Marshawn Lynch is not a big fan of his. Sherman can't stand the guy. You look at it over the years, the most meaningful players in Seattle never really liked him. It's now looking like the guy that we only got that did like was Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll and him have beef. You go back to his college days, man, they didn't want him to start. You couldn't win the college locker room over. There's a lot here with Russell Wilson and his image. He hired a publicist this last offseason, or he fired his publicist and hired a new one. He's got to do major damage control to try to not ruin his relationship with Sean Payton in Denver.